More people will be coming, but let me start with a recap of the previous class in which we discussed the summarized written text of PT writing. We also did a few tasks to demonstrate the tricks and techniques of this task. So can someone tell me, for a recap, how long do we have the total time for each task, summarized written task?
10
Anyone?
minutes.
10 minutes. So do we get, what happens if the 10 minutes is over? The 10 minutes time is over. So what happens? Do you get any extra time for that specific task?
No, sir.
Not at all, because it's a computer. It's not an examiner. যার হাতে পায়ে ধরে কোনো কিছু ম্যানেজ করা যাবে। The moment 9 minutes and 60 seconds is over, you don't have a single second more. So it will freeze. The screen will freeze. So you have to go next. But 10 minutes is enough, as I was saying the other day, that you have some head start with the help of a specific structure of the single sentence, right? So you don't have to really worry about the single sentence structure. Let me know, Mr. Momin, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell me, the summary, how long should it be? The word count,
Within 75.
maximum, right? Maximum 75, minimum 5. Mr. Tanvir, can you hear me? Acha, so tell me, how long should be the sentence, or how many sentences should you write? এটা কি এক সেন্টেন্সে হবে নাকি অনেকগুলো সেন্টেন্স লেখা যাবে? It has to be in one sentence, but as I said, the structure of that single sentence is already prefixed by us. It's a kind of a head start, because if you have some basic structure ready in the mind beforehand, before the test, it saves time, and also it saves you of the risk of making grammar mistakes, right? So let's have a look at a passage once again to recap, as I said, because we discussed. Yeah, Hema, তুমি লিখেছো, আপনি লিখেছেন chat box এ, but why don't you speak, or আপনার কি কোনো microphone problem কিনা, let me know. What we are going to do, rather than choose a text from PT materials, we're going to choose a paragraph from a newspaper. As you can see on the screen, my friends, question বা confusion থাকলে ask করবেন। আমি কিন্তু already, if you, I think there is no one here who missed the last class. এটা কিন্তু last class recap or continuation. So we already know how to understand the topic and identify some key points. তারপর আমি quickly recap করছি, আবার বলছি। Who can tell me, Mr. Manzoor, you were in the last class, if I remember, Mr. Manzoor.
Yes, I
So
can
can
hear
you
you.
tell me, how do we understand the topic of a specific article or passage or writing?
Usually the most repeated words generally fall in the topic sentence group.
Good. So let's identify the most repeated word. Before I talk, you guys try for 1 minute to identify the topic. Who can tell me the topic from here? Let's have a look at it. So if you even just have a look at the passage.
Consensus for Nuclear Disarmament Act.
Yes, or at least the basic idea is the nuclear weapons, right? Though the main idea is how to put a halt on this, on such nuclear operations. I mean, নিচের পার্টটা ছিল না, but আমরা যদি এখনো কিন্তু full প্যাসেজটা আমিও পড়িনি, but if we look at even, suppose if you want to have a clear idea about the topic, if you just quickly have a look at it, you understand the topic. But this should not be done. What we do, আমরা পড়ে যাব, we will be reading, because we don't have much time. So পড়তে পড়তে we can keep notes. Most repeated words যেগুলা, for example, if you read, let's say, the first passage, আমি একটু মার্ক করে দেখাই, the first passage, right? So you're reading the first passage, and then in the process you just write down, because you cannot mark this way. I'm marking on the screen now. For example, atomic bombing, Hiroshima, Nagasaki is there as examples. Suffering, nuclear arms. So atomic bombs, nuclear arms, similar. We got similar words. nuclear again. So even already in the first paragraph, we got nuclear 3 times. Atomic is also kind of, it has to do with nuclear stuff. And if you keep reading, then you already have some idea, okay, nuclear weapons might be the topic. So I'm Ligbo, nuclear weapons, atomic bombs. And then আমি specific topic identify করব by reading the next paragraphs. Right, so you guys keep reading. I'm also doing the same and marking the specific word. And at the same time, I can also identify the points, the key points, যেটা আমার summary-তে থাকবে. Most repeated word is the topic, as you know. But key points, let me ask one more person. So somebody wrote something in the chat box. Aniruddha wrote nuclear weapons and threats. That might be the topic. Numan wrote examples. Yes, you can understand key points or important points based on 2 or 3 things. Examples, if they give examples on specific idea, or repeated words. Most repeated means the topic. After that, if you find any other things repeated at least once or twice, that has to be a key point. And the other point is that you can understand that based on some explanations. If they're explaining one specific idea for a long time with 2, 3 sentences. So examples, other repeated words, explanations will give you idea about the key points. Then our first paragraph in nuclear weapon, nuclear arms দেখলাম, that's fine. And then if you continue reading from the second passage, so আমরা কি পাচ্ছি এখানে agreements and instruments. আমি জাস্ট সবকিছুই যে আমি লিখবো তা না, some things will be in my brain, but আমি এখন আইডেন্টিফাই করে দিচ্ছি. Destructive weapons, to eliminate, framework, road, which is a kind of synonym to eliminate, so again nuclear weapons. So আমাদের কোনো doubt নাই যে nuclear weapons is the topic.